something happened very early on in the game where United played a long ball over the Liverpool midfield and it went to Fernandes. Or how do we pronounce it? Fernandes. Yeah, I mean, it is his name, so we should probably pronounce it properly. But Gravenberch was like in the United half, right? And it was kind of that little reminder that he still doesn't really naturally work as a number 6. But after that, it never happened again. And it underlines that he's such a quick learner. I mean, Slot was asked about him after the game, and he said, because he doesn't speak English, perhaps, well, he said he doesn't speak it as fluently as you do. Possibly not more fluent than I do, given this answer. But he said that one of the things he likes about Gravenberch is that he always knew he was good with the ball. Says he didn't quite appreciate when he got to Liverpool, just sort of training, how good he is without the ball. And that's part of the reason why they wanted to try him as number 6. And the reason is that when he gets... Because we've all played football to varying levels.
Low levels.
Yeah, I never said they're any good. But it's one thing doing the race to try and challenge somebody. It's another thing to then get the ball off them. And it's another thing to then straight away use it or know what to do. And he said that the main thing that he's really been impressed with him is ability to get up to what they now call the duel, win the duel, and then use the ball straight away, because that takes a bit of effort. And it's not just him that's able to do it. You look at McAllister's very good at doing that. Szoboszlai's very good at doing it. And I think just generally what I think's been interesting is that they didn't sub any of the midfielders against United, did they? They did the two forwards and two fullbacks. Two fullbacks. Now, you could argue under Jurgen Klopp, possibly one of the midfielders might have gone off because they'd have been tired, but they didn't have to do as much running around because the ball always does more running. And also, there's been a change in the setup, which we spoke about with the 2 deeper line ones, which has offered a bit more protection for the midfield. But you saw in the first half, Gravenberch, when he would get up, and I'm right in saying the disallowed goal came from him nicking the ball off Casemiro.
He played it out.
No, he was the pass from thingy, wasn't it? Van Dijk.
So Van Dijk
yeah, that's right. Yeah. That's that. It was it the first goal that he
snuffed out the pass, didn't he, to Mainu?
Yeah. Absolutely.
That's right. So there were 2 examples of him playing beyond the halfway line, pretty high, and then there's a number of times where Liverpool pressed, and he was quite high up there, but he did it at the right times. And the point I was making earlier is that very early on he was still trying to find his bearings, but he appears to be a very quick learner, because it's one thing doing it against Ipswich in the second half and doing it throughout against Brentford, but it's quite another to go to Old Trafford and do that. And I know United aren't the best United team there's ever been, and we mentioned that the midfield, while they've got good players in there, it just doesn't seem to function as well as it should. And it's on days like that you see that Kobbie Mainoo, he's still a young player, and he's got an awful lot to learn. But Gravenberch has been, he got brought through at Ajax. He made his debut at Ajax at 16, had a season at Bayern Munich where it didn't go so well. He's already had a year at Liverpool, and he's played in international tournament. Actually, he didn't get any minutes, but the point is he went. He's got a lot of experience for a player. He's still only 22, and you can kind of now see that while people at the time, including myself, thought Gravenberch can't possibly be a number 6, because when you saw him last season, the one thing that I was always concerned about was his decision making. Sometimes he tried too much, and you go, well, he's lost it there. Why has he done that? And you can't afford to do that. But maybe that's helped him. He knows quite well he can't afford to do it, and it's like, I know exactly what I have to do here. I can't do that risky stuff, but you kind of see, you certainly saw it against Brentford. There were 1 or 2 touches where you thought, I can go and get this ball, and he knows he can do it. And that goes back to what Slot said about getting to the duel first and then doing something with it. So Liverpool making the tackles, making the interceptions, and moving the ball quickly. And they're able to do that from this position, this foundation of the 2 of them being bad there. And again, I think it was Frank Lampard in his match of the day analysis said, watch this, the 3 of them kind of rotating around. They're always quite close. They know when to go. My only concern, it's got to be the concern, and it's not my only concern, it's what Slot said it twice on Sunday. Said in his press conference, I think he said it somewhere else as well. He says, look, we've been playing 1 game a week, and we can play this mid. He didn't say this bit, but the inference is, I haven't had to change the team. We can play this midfield. It's great. Nobody's injured. But when they will start rotating, the minute they come back, everybody's going away for international break. They will have to rotate because they're playing 2 games a week then for the next 4 weeks, and they'll be doing it again the following month after that, in between the October and November international break. Then after that, it's Christmas, and you can see.
Yeah.
And then in January, you've got the Champions League 2 extra games, and it's just going to go on and on like that. So it'll be interesting to see what happens when some of the other players come in.